It's Mike here. I'm looking for some fish to show you guys to start this video off with, but you guys bought most of them already. There are some in here, but I'm looking for the red devil koi angels. We were just looking at them a second ago, and I got turned around here in the warehouse, but went down the wrong aisle. So guys, today I want to talk to you guys, see if I can get some of your input on some videos. What do you guys want to see for new videos? Here's the angels, guys. I found them. So turn you around. So here's what the red devil koi look like right now at this size. The tank is a little dark, so it's not going to show like how bright orange they actually are and to red. Now these guys are like 2 to 3 inch body size. So the body size is probably around 2 inches. But here's one tank. We have more on the way. I'm not too sure what the inventory is right now on the website, but we have a lot of these. Hey David, Nishad, what's going on? Charlotte, good to see you. So there's the small ones. Here are some of the old. These aren't old, but they're larger. So these were some leftovers from our breeding project. Now most of these we believe are males. We had them, we're not entirely 100% sure, but we had them together paired off for a long time, and we're fairly certain that most of these are males. But you can see the color on these larger guys versus the smaller ones. Some of these may be some of the old breeders as well, as we swap them around and continue to pick different fish for different qualities. Like some is for color, some is more coverage, some is for more pattern. So hello Guppy Town, happy Friday. Chris, yeah, Holly, they are really nice. They've been a really big hit. These red devil koi, they have such high coverage, and the orange is so orange that it's red. You will get some areas where it's a lighter orange color, like in the center of the body, but these fish really pop. And then just here's the small ones. Now real quick guys, there is a tank here I want to discuss with you guys, and I want to give you guys an opportunity before. We're not going to put these fish online, but they will be for sale, and I want to I need to find them really quick. They may have been moved. They were over here. So we have a tank. We have a tank of 5 fish in here, guys, that we want to sell, but we don't want to put them up on the website just due to the quantity of fish we have and the mass number of people waiting for that fish. So if I come across it, I will point it out to you guys and talk to you about it, and it'll be an opportunity for the first customer that reaches out. Oh, here they are, guys. I'm sorry. So I want to talk about these severums. So these are some young red shoulder severums, the rock keel severums. They're about 2 inches, and we only have 5 of them. So as you can see though, some of their patterns aren't as you would expect. Now these are definitely the correct fish. These are the rock keel severums, and there is no hybridization or anything. This is just a natural thing that happens to this fish. These were farm bred here in Florida. It's from a local breeder, and as you can see, 2 of them, actually 3 of them, have a little bit of their barring that's kind of messed up. So we want to sell these fish. They're going to be $24.99 each. Normally they retail for $29.99, but I just want to offer it to somebody here on the live stream. If you want all 5, that would be fantastic. But just go ahead and send us an email and we'll get them to you. It's just such a, being that they're not 100% like straight bars, we want to just sell them on here so you guys can see. And we also, if we put these on the website, we have like hundreds of people waiting for this fish, and it's going to send a notification email to all 100 or however many people there are saying, hey, this fish is available. So if you're interested in these guys, shoot us an email and we'll get something worked out with you. But yeah, guys, we got some exciting things going on today. We have some filming going on, and it's not just our own filming. We do have a crew here doing some filming. I'll introduce them before the live stream's over. We'll walk over and see what they have going on. David, do we have any female OB Cadango Borlei? We do have female Borlei, OB Borlei. All of our Borlei though, our OB Borlei, I don't believe we have Cadango, a location attached to them. So if you're after a specific OB from that specific location, I can't say we have that, but we do have just regular OB Borlei. There's no location attached to them. And we do have males and females. If you don't see it on the website, David, email us and we can see, we can make sure we update it. Let me see if there's any in the warehouse right now. And guys, these comments are coming in fast today. I appreciate that. It might be a little difficult for me to keep up, but I will try my best. All right, David, yeah, so you're in luck. Let's go down here nice and slow. So here we got a tank of just females. Actually, it looks like there's 3 males in here. So these are probably actually different breeding groups. So there's a male here, he's a little bit colored down. Just got a water change in this tank. Got a male here. There is a male in the middle here. But really nice fish. We have a lot of these. They were just, I think they're still on sale until 1 o'clock today, the breeding groups. So, oh guys, let's look at the males over here. So the males are right next door. And they're looking really good too. They're so bright. I wish you guys could see these in person. The video quality just does not do a lot of these fish justice with the colors. Hey Cotton, happy Friday. Hello. Conistillo Valley Cichlids, how you doing? Lynx, how you doing? Happy Friday. Sanjay wants to see some South Americans. We will definitely go look at some South Americans. For you guys who may or may not know, I'm a big sucker for South and Central Americans, mostly South Americans. Shob's looking for some yellow colored haps, males only. I don't know what we have in stock right now, but we do breed the saffrons, and we've got the Malarai Islands, lemon jakes. So those are a couple really nice, some more of the more popular all yellow male peacocks. Not all yellow, but yellow male peacocks. I did see a question, guys, so I'm just scrolling to see if I can find it again. AWS just got your fish 30 minutes ago. You're welcome, AWS. What did you get and how are the fish looking? Let us know. But yeah, we'll look at some peacocks and haps, and we'll see what other questions and suggestions you guys have. Now, some of these things I can't do live just due to connectivity. So like if you guys want to see specific breeders, or if you want to see specific like breeding videos, or maybe you want to see how we keep certain fish or what we do with certain fish, just leave that down in the comments below and we'll see if we can get some videos made up of that. So star sapphires, we do have some of those, and we'll go look at some star sapphires real quick. So these guys are just starting to get their chips. None of them are like covered in chips, but here's a small male here. Let's see if I can beat the glare for you. You can see some small chips coming in. Here's another really dark one. He's got a couple chips. There's a lighter colored one with some chips. So there's some star sapphires. They're in the 3 to 4 inch range. I would say like 3.5 inches is probably the smallest one in the tank, and the biggest one is probably just like 4.5 at maybe no, probably like 4.25. This one right here. This guy's looking really good too. It's got a lot of nice color in that top fin. If you'll put them back up again, you'll see it. Yeah, that's going to be a really nice fish right there. AWS, that is a fantastic question. How come we do not keep live plants with our cichlids? Well, basically, we don't keep live plants in a lot of our facility. We only keep them in a few of our breeding vats, and we keep them in very specific tanks for sale. And that's just because, one, lighting. The lighting in our tanks isn't necessarily set up for keeping plants healthy and growing. And then also another factor is a lot of cichlids are plant destroyers, whether they're eating them or they're just moving them around to like make their territory how they want, or with the lighting, this is just the very cheap LED lighting. It's not very bright. The plants will melt fairly quickly. Also, in the past, we had a problem with temperature in these aquariums, so it was getting way too hot, specifically during the summer, and so the plants would melt relatively quickly as well. So we're just not meeting the requirements for a lot of these fish. Now in the home aquarium, you can get away with keeping some plants with your African cichlids, things like Anubias, you got Java fern. You could probably get away with just anything with a really thick leaf. You can probably get away with some Aponigeton species because they're big and tough. They grow really quickly. Sandra, the panda waru have not bred yet. And peacock bass, we don't have any fry right now. And unfortunately, just last week, we sold out of our last larger, they're probably 6 to 7 inch peacock bass. So we are currently out on those, but I would expect our peacock bass to be breeding again very shortly. AWS, what plant did you get? So guys, what other questions or requests do you guys have? We'll look at some of these South American, Central American fish over here. We have redhead tapajos. These guys are about an inch and a half. Love these guys. Really good fish. They're not overly aggressive. They're relatively easy to breed. So if you're looking into getting to an egg-laying type species, they'll lay their eggs, and then after a couple days, they'll actually pick them up and mouth brood them. They're pretty fun fish. You have your gold severums down here, which aren't very gold at the moment, but as they grow, you'll see this one starting to turn yellow. As they age, they'll get more yellow, and then they'll grow more and more and more, and they'll just get more and more yellow to orangish gold as they get older. Yeah, so that AWS, that plant should be perfectly fine with your African cichlids. You might have some issues, and if that's the case, you can always maybe move the plant to if you have another tank, or if you have a tank lid. Anubias is a plant that will actually grow its leaves and rhizomes out of the water as long as the humidity is high enough. So that's something you could try as well. Here's a nice one. I feel like this is a really underrated fish. This is just a line-bred Heros fasciatus, or the what we're selling them as is green turquoise severums. Now, a lot of times, guys, we get questions about how to sex these severums. So, a lot of times people are wondering how can we tell the difference between male and female, and it's actually quite easy. Now, it's not 100% foolproof, but we'll take a look at that right now. So right here in the middle of your screen, we are looking at a female. Now, How do I know that? Okay, so as she turns around and faces us, you see the area right in between her eyes. There's no pattern. She has a pattern on her cheeks and throughout the rest of her body, but right in between her eyes, there's no pattern. And usually it's basically void of the same color throughout the rest of the body. That's a for sure sign 99% of the times that is a female. Now if we go down here to this fish of the same size, you can see he has pattern in between his eyes. That's going to be a male. Now this isn't always 100% true. Keep that in mind, but it's a very, very accurate way. Let's see if I can find another example here, like here. This fish right here. If she turns, you'll see there's no pattern in between her eyes, but you can see there's pattern throughout the rest of the body. And that's a pretty sure sign that that's going to be a female. But yeah, really nice fish. Not as nice as some of the wild type severums you can get, like the rock keel or the tiger severums, but nice nonetheless. We have electric blue acaras. Oh hey, so for everybody that's just joining, hello, happy Friday. We do have the sale going up today, the weekly sale, so at 1 o'clock that will be going up. And if you're interested, you better hurry up and make your purchase on those OB Borlei, because that sale is going to end today at 1 o'clock when the new one starts. Here we got the smoky veiltail angels, and then we also have the gold angels in this tank. I'm really liking these veiltail angels. They have really, really nice long fins. For the most part, they're not so long that the fish is having any sort of issues swimming, and a lot of times they hold them nice and they're always out. Down here we have some green terrors to continue on with our South and Central American cichlids. Look at this guy coloring up. Looks like this one's been fighting a little bit. He's got some scarring on him, missing some scales around his head. Sanjay's asking if we could put the electric blue acara on sale. Sanjay, German blue rams, we are getting more today, and Bolivian rams, we will have more available in the next couple weeks. So about 2 or 3 weeks, we should have Bolivians, and in about a week or so, the German blue rams will be available, but we don't currently have any to show here in the warehouse. Let's see what else we have down here, guys. Here's a nice one. Let's look at these Emperor Tetras. So we got these, and look, we got one black Emperor Tetra that snuck its way into this order, which is actually pretty cool looking. But the Emperor Tetras are super nice. They can get a bit nippy, so it is important that you have a good ratio of males and females, and just a small little school of them at least to keep them from nipping each other and other fish. But what I really like about these guys is that the males have a trident fin, so on their tail, they have 3 points instead of 2 like most. There we go, you got one male right there. And also there's another sexual dimorphic trait to this fish, in that the males will have different color eyes than the females. So I believe males have a blue eye and females will have a green eye, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool fish, and they're really pretty. The bigger they get, the more colorful they get. So right now they don't have a ton of color, but as they grow, they get more and more colorful, just like most of the other fish. Here we got some red spot gold severums. Oh, Sanjay, let's go look at those wild discus. That is something I want to touch on, guys. So we have some really nice discus in right now. It's not every day we get discus in. They're known to be finicky, and so it's been a while since we've had them in, and we have a good amount of them. So you can see there's a few in this tank. They're actually coming up, thinking I'm about to feed them. And then we have some up here. So these are the Tefe greens. And if you notice, guys, how this tank is acting compared to the tank right below it. The tank below it, there's a few kind of hiding. One thing to consider is if in your fish rooms, you have your bottom tanks, your tanks at waist level, and your tanks at head level. The fish up here, they're almost always calmer. And this is something we've noticed, and I believe it's because you're not startling the fish as much as we walk by, and we are a business, so we're walking by all day long. People are walking by, and you see just these fish in the top are out, and they're not as nervous, they're not darting away. These are the Kheil discus. Now, you're gonna have exceptions where, like, you have these two fish, they don't even care, but the two in the back, they are obviously a little stressed and hiding back there. Just keep that in mind, and if you have your own fish room, I think as you walk by, your feet are moving really quickly, and the fish are just getting startled, and they're just going to be more shy. So, but yeah, these discus, these are the Tefe greens. They shipped in really well. We didn't lose a single one during shipment, and they just adapted really well to our tanks here. And then look at the color difference in these guys. I mean, they're all from the same location, same catch point, but you can just see, even in nature, you get some different colors in wild species. Like, look how bright this guy is. So that's pretty cool. So guys, really quick, if you were here at the beginning of the video, you saw, you may have heard me say that we are doing some filming here. So we're gonna go see, I'm gonna go introduce you guys to who's filming here today, and they're gonna tell us a little bit about, this thing can't keep up with me, guys. I'll tell you guys a little bit about what they're doing and about their business. So let's go say hi to them, and if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. We're just going to be talking to them for a short period though, so just keep that in mind. So hey guys.
Hello.
Hello.
So do you want to introduce yourself here?
Yeah, hey, I'm Richard from Waterbox Aquariums. This is Jess.
Hello.
If you guys may or may not know, we also do live streams.
Yeah.
Every Wednesday at 6 p.m. If you don't know about Waterbox, we manufacture glass aquariums as well as a number of other things like chemicals, supplies for saltwater and freshwater aquariums. And you can check us out at waterboxaquariums.com.
Cool. So thank you guys. Is there anything you want to say to our followers, or anywhere you want to direct them to as far as website or anything like that?
Yeah, they can visit our primary store. We have a couple stores, one for the U.S. and one for Canada, but waterboxaquariums.com. You can find us on YouTube. We've got a pretty big following there, Instagram, TikTok, all those channels as well. So,
cool. Thank you guys.
yeah, absolutely.
So guys, keep a lookout. They're going to be similar to last year, I believe. They do a live stream, and then I believe it's like a 24-hour live stream. They're going to film multiple locations. We're just one of them. And as they're doing their event, they're giving stuff away. They're talking about the places they visited, what they saw, what they liked, and they're just going to be doing interviews of the people for those companies. So today, that's what they're going to be doing here, as far as I know. So that's going to be cool. So keep an eye on that. definitely recommend checking out their channel. Now, they used to be mostly saltwater. I know that they're moving towards new products directed at freshwater, so that's pretty cool. So keep that in mind. Keep a lookout for that. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. I will try to get those questions answered if, because obviously we walked away from them. So I'll try to get answers for you later in the comments. So let's go look at some more fish. So guys, on our page, I did see some concerns about the saffrons. A customer shared her saffron, and some people kind of told her like, "Hey, that doesn't look like the right fish." And I'm saying saffron, guys. I'm talking about the turkis. I meant to say turkis. So I did see some questions about the turkis peacock, and some people were saying, "Hey, that doesn't look like the correct fish." But look at this male here in his color, the small male in here. He's a little stressed out. Let me see if I can get it into focus for you without all the glare. You can see he's darker. He's not that nice turquoise type color that the turkis is known for. And I just wanted to let you guys know, like in our line, we see that a lot where the smaller males, they're not that nice light blue color like some of these bigger fish in this tank are. So if they're kind of stressed, or maybe you just got them during shipment and you just got them home, just know that this is what the line looks like. If they're dark, they're either subdominant, they're not happy for some reason, and they're not showing full color. So keep that in mind as you see some of our fish. That fish, I believe, was just added to the tank on our page, so it's probably just a stressed fish, and it's not showing any kind of dominant colors yet. Here's a nice little red shoulder. Where did he go? So there's a nice group there. It's 2 to 3 inches. This is an unsexed tank. Right now it looks like we're getting pretty low on males. I see one male in this unsexed tank. So that's something we're gonna restock on, make sure there's a good ratio in there. These guys are looking really nice. Look at this little fish and all of its color. Here's a small, it's like right at 2-inch pink flash. And the camera is not picking up the just how bright this guy is. Unfortunately, it doesn't pick up like that iridescent, like bluish white that's coming off this fish. That's a really pretty fish. David, the Azurius is a really nice one. That's a fish that's just always colored up. They are a really nice, colorful fish. And if you're breeding them, I imagine in your breeding tank, those guys are just always glowing. There's a small Azurius right there. That's a 3-inch male. Here we have the Williams Eye Blue Lips. Really nice, popular Mabuna. As they get bigger, the males will develop nice big blue lips. Pretty cool fish, if you ask me. I like that their body is like a yellowish brown, and then their lips are bright blue. It just really stands out. Oh, so Holly, great question. That was Waterbox aquariums. So they sell a lot of all-in-one aquariums. So it's a tank with the built-in filtration. Really high-end aquariums. They do a great job. From experience, I believe most of, if not all of their tanks have black silicone. I could be wrong on that. But from what I remember, all of their aquariums have black silicone, which I find to be really attractive. Some people Some people prefer the silicone to be clear. I like a nice tank with a defined black silicone, and it also helps if you get any algae growth on the silicone, it kind of hides it. We got some big old rock cribs here. Look at the size of this guy. He's about 4.5 inches. Here's a nice one too, not something you see every day, the lion sanga. This is a Cynotilapia species lion sanga. These are a nice wild type Mabuna, not something you see very often. They've been really prolific for us, and they're actually really outgoing. They're not always hiding in the rockwork and stuff. They're more of a, they seem to be less of a shy species. You see they're all out here. But you can see the difference in the males and females on this fish. You got the males with the nice distinct darker colors. The stripes are more distinct, and the females are more of a grayish brown, not very distinct at the striping and colors. They're a little bit freaking out right now, so let me back up. For the predator hap keepers, here's a nice one. These are the living stone eye. I really like these guys. They're about 2 to 3 inches right now. I really like their juvenile and female patterns. The female pattern is just like now. The male will get blue, but I honestly really like how the females and the young look in this species. They have nice camouflage features. So I see some of you guys talk about temperatures there. Let's talk about temperatures, guys. It's really hot here in Florida. We've been breaking records. We were in the hundreds yesterday, and it rained, and then the temperature drops to about mid-70s. So the temperatures have been wild here lately. Something to consider, that we consider while shipping, is how hot it is here versus where the fish are shipping to. So we've been using a lot of cold packs lately just because of how hot it is here in Florida. So if you've been ordering fish, you're probably seeing some cold packs. There was a few weird cases where we had to use a cold pack and a heat pack, and that is just because the cold pack is going to help keep the package cold while it's here in Florida, and the heat pack, which will activate slowly over time, will keep the package warm at its final destination. So that's kind of been a little bit of weird situations. So if you have been getting orders, just that's why we're using the cold packs. It's been brutally hot here. Jay, no updates on the construction next door. The building is finally scheduled, so the building should be starting construction shortly, within the next month or two, I believe. We're finally on the construction company's schedule. We were just, the building was ordered and they didn't have the building, so they're waiting on that. So guys, that's gonna be it for today. I got the film crew waiting, so we're gonna do some filming there. So be sure to check out their YouTube channel. We'll make sure to get their channel shared when we get a date on when the video is going to be released. So we'll make an announcement so you guys can watch. And it's a really cool thing that they do. I know last year they did a bunch of giveaways and things like that. So make sure you check them out. Check out their channel. I mean, they do a lot of good stuff. So thank you guys. Any questions? Anybody wants those fish we showed earlier? Don't forget about those. We have 5 of those rock Kheil severums for $24.99. So send an email. It's going to be the first person who replies. So if you really wanted them, sorry guys, but this is our way of avoiding sending out a mass email for 5 fish, because it's going to send it to like hundreds of people. So thank you guys, and we will see you next week. Later.